Hi, it's the Christopher 2000 telephone channel, showing all my 746s I have. These are all genuine 746s. One's from 1967, one's from 1968, one's from 1969, one's from 1972, and one's from 1975, refurbished in 1979. This is the 67 model, 746L. This is my 1968 746L. This is my 1969 746L. This is my 1972 Topaz Yellow 746F, and this is my 1979 Black and Red 746. All these are wired in the original way, with the original junction boxes, except the yellow one. The yellow one was refurbished by BT in the 80s to have the plug and socket. I'll show you the red junction box. Now the other day I had to replace that nice red end on this thing to a horrible white cream end, because the original red one when I made up broke off, had the clip break, so I had to replace it with that one. I'm going to make a new red one up when I get some heat shrink. Then on the 67 746, what's this one here? The line cord, the junction box actually is fitted to the wall there. Fitted to my wall, and then the wire goes on the skirting board. Right up behind there, it goes into the connection to my PBX. Then this one has the BT line cord on it. This one. Then I have a BT master socket here with the Aussie RJ12 cable. It plugs it into to make it work on the Aussie system. Like, I'll just mention that if you had a phone from Germany or France, Czechoslovakia or Israel has their stuff, but the best idea is to get a jack that matches that phone from that particular country. Is add your end to the end of the jack, and then use it as the plug-in for the phone. That's how I did this one with the UK plug and made it work that way. Now I'm going to demonstrate a few of these. This one's hooked up, that one's hooked up. I'm going to demonstrate this one calling that 746. But this one's got tape on this, so a customised number card. I have this phone connected all the time. This one's actually connected up 24/7. And it sits on top of that box there. And that's my home phone. That's why it's covered in dust, as you can see. It's not dust all over it because I have it sitting there for so long. Since I think July this year, I think I'd had this phone since sitting on that bench. I've never moved it. There's a dial and tone. So this is the black phone. I'm on a PBX. There's the stamp on the phone, 746 AEG 67-1. There's the authorised release stamp when the phone was released. Now I'll bring this up so you can hear it. Now I'll show you my 1968 746. Same one AEG, but just 68 on it. And I'll demonstrate the phone. Now, half of these phones came with original dial labels, and half of them didn't. Like, all the dial labels you see in these phones are original dial labels in these four, but this one's a homemade one I made up. But these are all genuine dial labels. Thanks to a friend on Messenger who gave me these from the UK. I just put a few of these phones as I'm a missing dial. I didn't want to make all reproduction labels. These I just put the original unused ones in these phones. I've got a few left from the batch. Now I'll demonstrate the phone working. This time I dialed the phone in my bedroom. Now I'll just press 103 on the operator set. Now I'm going to show you my 1969 746L. I'm going to take a still photo of all these phones here quickly, and I'll put them back on the count. I'll put the one over there. Just doing some stills over video for the GPO forum. I need to put this rubber phone back on the where I keep it because it's going to fall off otherwise. Now I'll show my 1969 unsuntan 746. This has original case on it, and it's not yellowed. As you can see, it's not yellowed at all, this case. Now this is a 746L from 1969. Some of them weren't stamped with L on it. This one has been stamped, as you can see, on the base. And if there's standard base. This came with the original line cord, but was missing its original junction box. This one I did not get shipped out of the UK. This one was already in Australia when I brought it. This was in Adelaide when I bought this one. But I've temporarily fitted a black junction box. I've taken off the Ericsson there to put on this so I can make it work. Just so I can demonstrate. I'm not going to keep it on there. I'm putting that back on the clone. I'll demonstrate the phone now. Let me plug it into my PBX. Bell tingle when you first plug it in. Just bringing that one that's there. Now I will mention something. The bells you're hearing are not the original 1969 gongs in this phone. I haven't got the original bells in here. Because when I got this phone, the seller who sold me actually removed the bell gongs. I think he bought this to do up another phone because the bells were taken out. Secondly, the bell coils were disconnected from the phone. But lucky enough, I had a Bits phone. A phone I bought years ago for Bits for another project, but had bells left over, so I put some original bells. The fact is, the phone I had was a 746F, stamped 96. So these bells are the same date period bells for this, but they're not the originals. And also the dial was busted. The original 746 dial was busted for this phone as well. But what is original of the dial finger was original, the opal's original, the dial plate underneath is original, but not the dial workings. I kept the dial half original, but just used the new workings of the dial 21 I had lying about. But the dial 21 workings are dated 1969 also, so it's actually original dated dial, but not the original dial from this telephone. I try to keep my phones original if I can, but I only replace parts if they're broken or missing. But that's that one. Now I'll show my red one. I'll kick it up and I'll show you it working once I've shown you underneath the phone. The red one has the original line cord. This red one's totally original, except the red junction box. The red junction box, this one, I bought off eBay, but it's an original type GPO junction box, and not the one that came with this phone originally. So this is my only Mark II 746 I have. All the rest of the 746 I have are Mark I cases. Now I'll show you the underneath the phone. There's, oh, it's upside down. I'll put the camera up so I you can see it. Teller 746F POFDI back sampled FWR 79-2 746 975-A1. A1 I believe stands for the case, actually, because this is a Mark II case on this. The difference is, if because I know a few railway fans who watch this, like STY Rail fan who watches this channel. If you're unaware, these phones have two types of cases, shapes. Look, you see this bit shape, and then this one has a raised bump. Because they had a theory in the 70s, early 60s, early 70s, where they had a theory you could put the handset down off hook with not if it's a switch off. You have a thing like that, not pressing the switch off. I'm not going to be able to do it with these phones. I've actually had no luck doing that. But this phone functions perfectly. It's got all the original opponents, and I've not had to replace any parts. This dial tone. Now this one has electronic transfer from 1980 in it. That was done by the GPO, done by GPO, done by British Telecom. Now I'll show my last 746, what's my 1972 746 Mark 1, and refurbished in 17 in, I don't know when it was refurbished, but it was refurbished sometime, but I don't know when. That's had the modern BT fitting added. But when it got refurbished, it retained its original case. Now this has the ring capacitor linked out, so that's what got the BT junk line cord. There's the dialing tone. And the phone's not working. Let me try that again. Let me see if I can get it to ring because the phone's not working. It rings, but it's no dial tone. I'll have to fix it again. Right, see, I picked it up. It's not picking up the line. Nah, the phone's not working. I think the dial contacts have gone funny again. I've been having problems with the rotary dial on this. It's like not knocking out. Now it's completely not working right. Like the dial contacts are stuck open again. It means the pulse contacts are not closing. So it means it's keeping them off. I'll take this apart later on and fix it up. I'll probably do it later on. That's my 746 collection I have of all my 746 telephones from the UK.